Hello everyone. This tutorial I will show how to create login form with background blur image. And I have built this UI using Java Swing Custom and Graphics 2D. Now let's start. In this project I use two libraries: Timing Framework and Common Image. Common Image is the part library file in 12 Monkeys project. We use it for create blur image. You can find it in GitHub here. And I have some code from previous video like fancy border radius, shadow and ripple effect. So now I create new package call main and new JFrame form. And one more package as login. Now copy image that I have downloaded and put into the project. Create new class call background and extends from J component. I create this class for background of the login form. Now move this class to the JFrame. Create default constructor and override method paint component to create graphics. Create object icon for store the image. And buffered image. Initialize icon object with image icon class. Create method create image to initialized buffered image object, or draw image icon object to buffered image. Next go to my image circle avatar image to copy code resize image. Remove this size. And for width and height we set base on component size. And go to copy the code rendering hint, for render image look smooth. Now start scale image by using method get auto size and get the image size with location. Draw image to the buffered image. But we need convert image icon to image. And call method create image when component have been resized, by override method set bounds. We do this to make performance run fast. Because we don't want to scale image every paint method is have run. Now draw the image that we have scale and buffered image to the component. I got error because I provide the wrong path location of image. Next I create new method to create blur image. And I set the location X and Y as 20, and width height as 250. And shadow size as 8. Create new buffered image object. Draw image to new buffered image object that we have create, and call method blur, in class image util, for converts image to blur. The image util class the class provide in common image library, from package com12monkeys.image.imageutil. Use method get subimage for create new image, with the location X, Y width height that it will take from the buffered image. And in blur method we can provide blur value, so I set the blur value as 10. Then draw the new blur image to the object graphics. Go to method create image and call method create blur. So now we see the parts of image have blur and location that we has set. Next create shadow of this image by using class shadow render. Now we see the shadow, but we need move the shadow to the left and to the top. We move to left by subtract X, by 80% of the shadow size. And Y are the same. We need close it and open again. Next start drop J panel into the background. And set layout background to free design. Remove J panel background. And now we need move the blur image to the location of J panel. Create new component object as blur, and encapsulation this object. Go method create blur image, and change the location and size, based on blur object. We add condition to create blur if blur component is not null. Then run the project and reopen the form login to reload new blur property. Right-click and find the blur property, and set as panel that we have dropped. So now we can see the blur image has stay behind the J panel that we has set. Then set all the gap size, and check resizable. So when we set all resizable, the J panel keeps center of the background when you resize the frame. But we have some error when we maximize and minimize the window frame. Go to method set bounds that we has override, and use class swing utilities.invoke later. So the code in method run will execute after all code in method set bounds has run complete, so the image will create after the screen size has finished change. And we also create image when the blur component has been set. Next, going to create fancy border radius. Create a shape that generate from fancy border class. Go to the website to generate the border value. Copy this code values. And don't forget to set rendering hint to make the graphics look smooth. Now fill the shape that we has create. And we need make this image into the shape. By use method set composite with value alpha composite.src in. But we need add overlay color to this shape. Use composite src over to change to default composite. Then set color white with alpha value to make transparent. I set alpha values as 10. And now fill this shape. If I change alpha value to 200, you can see more color overlay. But I keep it 10 values, and I increase the blur value to 30. Next step, we going to make round border to background image. But first we need to make this J-frame to transparent background. And set undecorated true to the J-frame to remove window bar. Now run it. Then we going to make the round border to this background. Go to class background, and in method paint component. Create new buffered image. Now start fill round rectangle 2D and set round values as 20. Set composite src in to draw image inside the round rectangle, like we has create blur image. And then draw the new image to the graphic component. Next we go to make text field, password field and button. Go to my chat messenger project on GitHub to copy the code J text field that I has custom. Create new text field class in package swing, then paste all code to that class. But the code that I has copy is JTextPane, so we change it to JTextField. And remove auto wrap text. Now we need run the project to compile the text field code. So now you can drop the text field class to the frame. Set hint text to this username field. But we need change hint text color. And create underline. Set line color to graphics with alpha values as 200. And use method drawLine. Now go to change hint text color. Create new class password field by copy from class JTextField. And change extends to JPassword field. But we need use method getPassword instead of getText. Run it to compile the code. Next we going to create button custom. By extends from JButton and create default constructor. Then override method paint component to custom graphics. Set content area filled to false to remove default style border. And set border to empty border. Then change default cursor to hand cursor. And run the project to compile code. Next we create the fancy border to this button. By create new shape object. And initialize this shape in method setBounds by override it. Go to website to generate border value. Now start draw this shape to the graphics. Next we going to apply ripple effect style to this button when user press mouse. Create object ripple effect. Then initialize it in constructor. And in method paint component we call ripple effect.render and pass shape and graphics object. And thank you everyone for watching. See you next video.